Hi guys, this is Isis. Thanks for joining my TikTok. So I just wanted to get up on here and talk about something really important that's going on in the world right now. So we understand, the United States is going through a government shutdown right now, and that means a lot of headaches, a lot of fear, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of not knowing what the fuck is going on. So I totally get it. And I am in the shoes of a lot of Americans, and being an American myself in this country, we are, dependent on our country. We depend on the government for a lot of things. And when it comes to like public benefits and stuff like this, it's ingrained in our society. It's ingrained in our fiscal structure. So a lot of people who kind of talk like, oh, this isn't forever. It's like, pay no mind to those people, because it's really offensive when you try to tell someone that's been in this country for generations that their government is not supposed to help them live, okay? Because that's not the truth. So as we've seen, Section 8 and a lot of housing programs have been affected by the government shutdown due to lack of finances, but that's another story. But long story short, Section 8 had a section pretty much where they would call it legacy housing, meaning you can pass down your voucher and housing situation to your generational family. I'll repeat that for those in the back. So basically, you can, in the past, pass down your Section 8 housing to your family members, okay? So this means basically your family members have the same aid that their predecessors had in the past, and it's a generational clause which was made by law. So people need to kind of like tone it down on not knowing really what they're talking about and just kind of throwing information out there because they feel inclined to feel smart. So I'm here to talk about what's currently going on in my personal world, because there's a lot of misinformation again about the government shutdown and therefore will be the lack of benefits in this country. In real life, that's against the law, and they'll have more problems locking Americans out of benefits than they would have just supplementing the funds and giving people as deserved. Because a lot of people think they understand the fiscal system and they don't know jack shit. So basically, there's a lot of like, what are we going to do to feed our kids next month? What are we going to do to feed ourselves? What's going on here? Let me tell you this, because someone needs to come on here and talk to the people who actually understand, because they're actually receiving these benefits and they get information from the government on a need-to-know basis. Meaning, if it's not your business, it doesn't concern you. So the government will take steps to make sure that the people who are on these programs get what they can get out of it during a government shutdown. So where it comes in for me is that I am a recipient. That's really not news. So basically, people will be like, your food stamps is not coming in next month. And I'm just kind of like, they wouldn't do something like that. If they did, it would probably be cut in half, more regulated, and understood that, you have job programs that you need to attend in order to keep the benefits you already have. Because let's face it, stop being lazy. You can do 15 hours, 30 hours a week and not even have a job, okay? So I say all that to say this, that I received, and I have barely checked my friggin' mailbox in like forever. So I literally went to my mailbox and had like a field day. So basically, I received some mail from New York State, because I reside in New York, and I just recently got some mail from New York State, finances, taxation, finances, and public assistance. Okay, so basically, long story short, I'm not gonna show y'all all my information. It's obvious, but I'm gonna let y'all know that they definitely sent me a document. Okay, and they basically say the governor Hochul and the New York State Legislature are providing you with this inflation refund as a part of a broader ongoing effort to help address the rising cost of living. Okay, so they're already taking steps to make sure Americans are feeling financially stable in the face of a financial crisis that they can't control. So New York, I can only really speak for being a New York resident, because I live in New York. So other states might be going through other forms of legislation, and they're they're doing it the way their state does it. Okay. So here we are now. So I'm not going to tell the dollar amount, but I did receive money from the government, taxation and finance, same place where you file your taxes. Okay. So if you actually you're doing something with yourself, you will see rewards. Now, I got another check from the public assistant accounts of New York, and they also provided a check in this time of government shutdown. So when people try to scare people out there that the government is not going to help them or feed them or give them anything, they're lying. Okay, it's a lie. It's fear-mongering, and I'm here to tell you, as in being in the state of New York, they're helping the citizens. I am a native citizen of this land, more native, but just say for conversation's sake, I'm a regular citizen. They're helping their end, okay? People who have their public assistance case to the T, locked down, did that, you gonna see that. That's all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this goes viral. Peace.